Do this now, or risk getting banned. What's up, bullets? Hello, Cohen. Hello, silly.
Understood. I am here to serve. Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Anything I can help you with?
Understood. I am here.
Anything I can help you with?
What's your union level after all this grinding? Almost 54. I think at 60 I can finally start getting my characters to 90. And once I like level up all my characters and all that, I'll start consistently making content probably on like Wuwa combat and stuff. I'll actually bother to learn like the Zanny P rotation and all that. Because I mean that's the entire point of me playing this game is just the end game, to be honest. It's been pretty boring if you can't do the end game.
Struggle harder. Entertain me. Crimson Blossom.
Finally tried Tower. Camellia feels hard to maximize DPS with. Why? Do you keep like getting hit or something? That's why that's why they sell those S1s, man. The S1s make it so that you don't get interrupted. Oh, I can't farm any more weekly boss mats. My Zanny hits for 7k. Holy fucking cooked, bro. That's actually cooked.
Would you like a fun game?
Let me use the box from the Gilded Night Market. I had the most confusing conversation and debate ever on who I should pull for. Of what? There's a lot. I don't think you should stress too much about pulling on this game right now. But like, if you're talking purely meta, it's just obviously gonna be Chicona Cartethia. If we're talking ease of rotation, it's Carlotta probably. And then if we're talking about current meta, it's like Zanny Peeb. If you're talking about quick swap with Lupa, it's Changli Brandt. How do we know more about SP Don Hung than Archer and Saber? Apparently so the leaker who is leaking Phanon and Don Hung did a poll on who they wanted like leaked first, and most people voted for Phanon over Saber and Archer. So that's why Phanon is getting all these leaks. Like the leakers already have Saber and Archer info. They just haven't released it. I mean, kinda bullets, but still. But yeah, kinda.
Today will be a fine day.
Like doing 7K is kinda crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if you have... Okay, so... If you're not trying to do the impossible rotation, and you don't care about fucking world record clears, then Peep Zanny is pretty simple. Like, it's exactly as you said. You just stack the Spectro Frazzle. You, obviously you're probably using SK instead of Spectro Rover for the better healing and whatever, and crit rate stats. Then you just go, you stack the Spectro Frazzle, you switch to Zanny. I think you do a few heavy attacks before you do the Lib. Then you do Resonance Liberation, and then you just fucking spam, 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 spam. How far you make it in TOA? I think only 12. But that's because I haven't actually tried to clear it yet. I could, now that I have Zanny Peeb, I could I wouldn't say I could full clear it right now because I'm a complete noob. But I could probably mostly clear the tower. But that's something I'd prefer to do off stream. I don't think I could fully finish the tower though. And that's because of my own skill issue. Like in all honesty, my own skill issue is probably going to lead to me dying a lot. I'll learn how to play the game though.
Understood. I am here to serve your will.
Double crit ER with HP percent. That's really fucking good. This has ER. This is double crit HP. Oh, I need another one cost. I already have 3 here. 3 contenders. Okay. Do you think Cypher base speed needs to be buffed? No. I need Lupa, only character I'll learn how to play after Changli. Who should I pull after Carlotta? Whoever you want, man. ER and crit damage. Honestly, all I cared about was ER. So that's a W for me. And now I just need a better forecast because this shit is cooked, to say the least. Alright, let me make a better forecast. I have a few main stat changers. Complete crafting. I have been well, Ward. Hope you've been doing well as well. Oh yeah, I don't know how true this is, but I think I remember seeing on the Wuthering Waves leaks Reddit yesterday that we're supposed to get Cartethia leaks like today or tomorrow. Oh, did they get rid of it? Was it fake? No. Okay, yeah, they got rid of it. It was fake. GG's. Oh yeah, I've heard of Expedition 33. My cousin's been visiting me often lately, and he's telling me about his progress in it and how much he likes it. Cartethia Cube. Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, is this shit rigged? Bro! Just roll better? Oh my god. Oh, I got 2 free modifiers. Huge. This changes everything. Alright, where... There you are. Not the crit one. Not the crit rate one. Not the HP one. The attack one, yeah. Change this to healing bonus. And let me do one more just in case. What's up, person? Monster Hunter Wilds will always be game of the year in my heart. I also have a friend who plays that quite often. I haven't tried it though. 150 pulls into Zhang Liao. Got 2 copies, now he's S3. Nice. Have you ever thought of streaming a non-gacha game like Do Sword or a Let's Play? I'd watch that. I considered it. Like, I've considered the possibility of possibly doing God of War Ragnarok and maybe some other games like Elden Ring, maybe Expedition 33, like stuff like that. But I'm so focused on these gachas and like making content on them, especially with recently with Wuwa, because I'm a new player in this game. I'm having to like learn how kits work, best synergies, rotations. I'm gonna need to learn how to clear the end game. But after I finish with Wuwa, I do think I could 100% try something like that. I don't need a pull. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother pulling. Alright, I need to level up this 4 cost for SK. 240 ER. I need 1 more ER substat so I can hit 250. We're incredibly close. This is just straight up garbage. Double crit, but like, it doesn't fucking matter. I care about ER more. Uh, you get 10 ER from Fallacy's skill. Oh, so I already hit the 250 mark? Okay. So this double crit is actually like fine, kinda. Alright. If you did all the modern Souls games in order, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I don't think I'd be able to do all the modern Souls games. I think I'd probably like end up ripping out my hair, but I'll probably try like a few here and there. It takes time to manage multiple live service games, yeah. Like if I weren't a content creator, this shit would be easy because like I don't have to care about rotations or how good I am at the game or understanding kits. I can just play the game for fun. But especially with me talking about leaks and trying to give people advice like I do in HSR, like I can't do it as well in Wuwa. Like you know what I'm saying? Would you play Baldur's Gate 3? Probably not. Like my cousin glazes it to the high heavens, but it doesn't look like my type of game. It also looks really long. Like I'm gonna be honest, I just don't have the free time to play even more games on top of the gotchas that I'm already playing. I'll see. Oh, I swallowed that badly. Just quit the gotchas? Nice. All in for Phanon, chat? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little iffy on pulling E0S1 Saber anymore after seeing those Phanon leaks in his E1. Because if his E1's that strong... Okay, here's my guess on Phanon E1, E2. I think if that's Phanon's E1, E2 will probably reduce the amount of stacks that he needs by probably half for his transformation. Like the same way Fei Xiao's E2 lets you gain stacks twice as much on follow-ups. Like, I think it would be the same thing. If not better, to be honest. So E1 regens energy for the entire team, and E2 lessens the stacks for being able to go into his ultimate mode. Which, by the way, that ultimate mode, even outside of like whatever buff it gives with like Dawn Hung Sustains Dragon or whatever, and being in the territory and all that, like apparently when he finishes like the ultimate mode, he also does like a final attack before exiting. The same way Castrus's dragon explodes when it exits. I need relic suggestions for what? Yeah, I made a video and community post on it, Ward. The video I just made, but I made the community post a little bit ago, I think. Phanon relics? Phanon set is releasing in 3.3. You just have to wait. We're getting Phenon's relic set in 3.3.
Wind against my vines.
I said Phenon's E1 sounds like the Glea leak might be true, but YT deleted. What a Glea leak. Who's gonna be the Phenon team on launch? Phenon Sunday. Sustain will probably just be like a healer, not a preservation, because he's apparently a counter attacker. And so like probably Hyacine. And you could use Sparkle. I don't know if Sparkle or Robin would be better. But whatever, like that's kind of interchangeable until Saridra comes out. Etheria restart is pretty okay. Yeah, it doesn't look anything too crazy to me. It doesn't look too crazy to me, in all honesty. Like, it gives me a bit of, like, tower fantasy vibes.
The lovely smell of all my prey. Let's have fun. Crimson Blossom.
It's being called HSR Killer by some folks. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen, unfortunately.
Well, please don't disappoint me.
Dawnhung Preservation is predicted to work well with Phenon, though. Yeah, but the person asked on release. Like, not... Like, obviously, premium team will be Saridra, Dawnhung, but... Like, on release, they're not gonna be there. Oh yeah, I've seen Skark's animations. Skirk's animations genuinely made me think about coming back to Genshin for a second. Because, like, I just wish she was in HSR. I know they would have done her so much more justice in HSR. But she's still, like, so good that it makes me almost want to play Genshin and, like, have a team for her and stuff. Saridra. Genshin is still fun. I'm not much of a story guy, which is like where the main selling point of Genshin even comes from. And on top of this, the rewards are so fucking ass that I wouldn't even like really want to play the game all that much. Like the average pulls per patch in Genshin is like pretty abysmal. Yeah, exploration also just feels like complete shit compared to Wuwa. Like, that was the main reason why I quit Genshin in the first place. Less character banners does that. I still think that the way HSR does it is still better. Because you still get more pulls, giving you a higher chance of getting a character you want in a patch. Like, even though Genshin has you don't get, that many, as many limited 5 stars in a row every single patch, I still think it's better to just have more pulls with 2 limited 5 stars. And then most people are able to get 1 5-star that they like. Versus in Genshin, like, if you lose a 50-50, it's literally just over. Like 58 pulls, bro. 58? Like that is not even that is far off of soft pity. Yeah. If I come back to Genshin, it will be after making a deal with some pirates and not through my own account. Because there's just no way I'd be able to deal with that bullshit.
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers.
58 pulls per character is the same as HSR and Wuwa? No. Not even fucking close. Even the lowest of low patches in HSR give you like 80 to 90. And the average is over 100. And it's the exact same thing for Wuwa. And on top of, like, Wuwa's even better because Wuwa has less hard pity and a guaranteed weapon banner.
Wind against my vines. The lovely smell of all my prey.
Cabby just wants to be able to pull every patch. I mean, it's just worse. Like, you can't tell me it isn't just straight up worse. If you're playing for the characters and you're playing for like different team comps and shit, brother, you get 58 pulls in a patch. That's not even enough to hit soft pity. You don't hit soft pity. Then you go the next patch with another, 60 pulls. You finally hit pity. You lose the 50-50. It can take up to 3 patches before you get a limited 5-star character in Genshin. Like, bro. Yeah, like 3 patches just to guarantee a character is fucking abysmal. Like, it's so trash. Like, that's 4 months and a half, by the way. That's a third of a year to get one limited character. Like, that shit's cooked, bro.
Duel with tongue.
Now, the thing is, not every Genshin patch is like this. I don't think 58 is the average, but it's still bad. Like, it is still low, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'll have to check the bookkeeping after this so I can check. I think the average is like 60 to 70 or something now. It is like a little higher.
Let's have fun. Crimson blossom. What are you yearning for?
Alright, let me see. Bookkeeping Genshin. So Genshin's average pulls per patch, it actually doesn't say here. They don't have an average. It's over 60. It's like, from what I'm seeing, it's around 70 probably. 70 is probably the average pulls per patch. Is there a better bookkeeping? Because this one, unlike the HSR and Wuwa one, doesn't have like averages. Nope, doesn't seem like it. I'll show you guys here in a second. So this is every single, like, this is the max polls, by the way. Like web events, mail, Apollo gems, permanent content. Like, this is assuming you literally milk everything out of the game. And from what I can tell, I think the average is like 70 probably. Because there's a lot of 80s, a lot of 90s, some 100s, 130 on the... Oh, damn. They gave a lot in 5.0. This was Notland, right? That's an abnormal amount. Even HSR, I don't think, has had a patch with this many polls yet. Oh yeah, that includes like literally everything. Everything that you can get. Like, HSR also includes everything, but in that game, everything is a million times easier to get. And the same applies to Wuwa. Like, Wuwa has flight, the chests give more shit. You can track literally everything on the map. Oh yeah, the 4-star state is way better. I will say Genshin has just way better value 4 stars still. Tech, don't watch your video about him. He really likes drama. I mean, isn't that from like a week ago though? I don't really care anymore. What I have seen recently though, okay, so here's the annoying thing. I really like Skirk. But I've already seen the calcs for her without Escoffier. I don't get it, man. Oh, it's 77? I mean, that isn't too bad, but eh. I mean, for me, it would be more because I always buy weekly in these games. So I'd probably get average 100 then, because you get 23 to 24 a month with a monthly pass. I hope Kuro doesn't get greedy. I think they're already there, man. I truly do think so. Zanny's weapon is the strongest signature in the game versus like free-to-play options. Sequences are getting better, as I said before in my videos. They made these negative status effects with best in slot supports. Like, it's pretty bad. HSR's average pulls per patch is 105. Oh, you're talking about pity? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you think Genshin should release 2 characters instead of 1 and increase the pull count by 30 to 40 to match Wuwa and HSR? Yes. Yes, 100%. Preferably, I'd like it be more, but I think it's fine. Because, hear me out, right? Genshin does have power creep recently, but Genshin's power creep isn't like anywhere near like HSR is in its own constellation practically when it comes to power creep and how often and fast it happens. So if you're giving the same amount of pulls as like HSR with the same limited 5-star, release rate, I think most people would be happier. Cuz like I've seen a lot of people who really want to pull Skirk, but obviously like if you're a free to play and you want to pull Skirk, you want Escoffier. And Escoffier is like the patch right before Skirk, so it's like what the fuck do I do? Like you just don't have enough pulls to get Escoffier and then get Skirk, or this is even considering you don't get their weapons. Like even not considering weapons, it's still a stretch to say that you can guaranteed get Escoffier and Skirk in 2 patches. Like that's sad, bro. Because Skirk loses a lot of overall damage if she just doesn't have a Scoffier on her team. Oh, really, Yakov? Thank you for letting me know. Five-star weapons are a lot less important in Genshin. I mean, that's true, but still, like, they have value at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe I just have a PTSD from fucking Wuwa and HSR right now. So I don't really know how the weapon situation is in Genshin. I'm kind of biased because of HSR and Wuwa. Oh, nice, Dart. I saw a leak of Skirk working fine with Yelan. The damage seemed good too. I mean, one of her best teams, I believe, is Yelan, Escoffier, Farina, Skirk. And I saw the DPS calc, it was like 100k. But if you remove Escoffier, you automatically lose like 20 to 25% damage. Like Escoffier, outside of her own buffing capability, she does a shit ton of damage alongside the really good buffing capability. So I've seen people complaining because it's enough to clear, right? Like obviously it's enough to clear endgame, but Skirk is actually on the weaker side of limited Notland DPSs recently, even in a best in slot team. And without best in slot team, she's like noticeably worse. Yeah, I've heard 55% res pen for cryo units, which is hey, it is what it is.
Wind against my vines.
All I know is that I really want Skirk though. I am like truly considering coming back to Genshin, but literally only for Skirk. If I don't have Skirk's best in slot team, I probably won't bother coming back to the game. Only Hydro and Cryo characters in party? Oh, I see. P word? What's the P word? Global passive. Pull plan for HSR, E0, S1 Unicorn, E0, S1 Saber, and Cyrene. Nice. Oh, power creep. I mean, to be fair, I've heard that Genshin's been ramping it up a lot more in Notland. Like, I heard that's where the complaints are coming from.
All my
Apparently, the Notland power creep is a lot more noticeable than, like, any previous region. Which I'm not sure how much to believe that. Because I remember, like, Hyper Bloom and Sumeru also being considered, like, power creep and, like, all that shit. I don't know how truly bad it is in Genshin. Night Soul mechanic in Notland was a huge turnoff for me. I don't even know what Night Soul is, like, at all.
smell of don't run. Keep the dance going. Vitality.
You think Wuwa will slow it down and release a 4-star after Lupa? I mean, I wouldn't even call that slowing it down. Like, apparently we are getting a 4-star after Lupa in 2.5. But, like, that doesn't apply anything. Like, we're probably still going to get Prolova plus some other limited character. And, like, we're probably just going to keep not getting 4-stars all that frequently. Because they can't make a 4-star for every single negative status effect. Need a 4-star like Gallagher and Wuwa? Yeah, I don't know. Aren't all the 4-stars in Wuwa right now except like Sanhua kind of ass? Like Sanhua is basically the Ting Yun from HSR in its first year.
How do you like the lovely smell of all
Can't wait for Donjin Downfall. It's gonna be glorious. What the fuck? I mean, Donjin is already barely clearing the hazard tower. If they increase the HP inflation one more time, I think that guy's cooked. Unless you just give him insane amounts of investment and like limited weapon. Like I genuinely think Donjin is just cooked. Top 3? What, in Wuwa? In Wuwa, it's probably 1 Camellia, 2 Carlotta, 3 Cartethia. In Genshin, it's Hu Tao, Farina, Sitlali. And in HSR, it's Sparkle, Silverwolf, and... Who was the other one? I think Cypher. Oh no, Fushuan. You could say you like Genshin more as an opinion, saying Genshin is in a better state is not an opinion. Yeah, I don't think Genshin is in a better state than Wuwa at all.
All my prey.
I don't think Genshin is bad now that I think about it more, but like if I end up playing Genshin, I'll obviously end up being more like into this, but exploration wise, this game just fucking beats it by a mile. The only thing Genshin probably has is story and elemental reactions. Like elemental reactions are better, and I like you can make the argument that the story is better. But exploration, gameplay, end game, so far there just isn't much HP inflation at all, at least yet. Animations, character designs.
The lovely smell of all my crimson blossom.
Even rewards, like this game just gives more pulls per patch, obviously.
What are you yearning for?
Elemental reactions aren't all that great. I mean, compared to like Wuwa or how shit the elemental system is in HSR, like Genshin is better compared to those two. It's not that the elemental reaction system is crazy. It's just that it's at least useful and like in some parts like integral to like clearing endgame and stuff.
Lovely smell of all my prey.
But in games like Wuwa and HSR, elements really just barely fucking matter, to be honest. Like barely. The only reason they kind of matter in Wuwa right now is because obviously if you use a certain element DPS against another element, there's some res. And on top of that, they recently added the thing in TOA where they're increasing the res for certain elements on certain sides of the tower. Yeah, like I I don't know how they don't get called out for it more. Because I truly think it's just so bad. Like, I don't want to make any more videos really criticizing Wuo all that much. Because obviously, like, people don't want to see that. And everybody thinks I'm like some Hoyo shill or something whenever I call this game out. But this dot system, it doesn't add anything. Like, there's nothing new. Like, nothing at all. This whole dot system was literally just made to just fuck you over. It was just made to make best in slot supports 30 to 40% than any free to play option. Signature weapons better than any free to play option by a fucking mile. And like that's the only reason it exists. Like there's nothing really special that you do with Spectral Frazzle. Like you just use Phoebe, you build it up, then you lib on Zanny. Like you don't have to do anything all that special. You just build up the stacks. It's gonna be the same with Cartethia. You just build up the stacks, then you switch to fucking like Arrow Rover or whatever. Arrow Rover converts Chakota's Spectral Frazzle to Arrow Erosion, does a little bit of attack, whatever. And then you go into Cartethia and she's gonna fucking kill everything. Like Yeah, it's literally just locking like a ton of damage potential behind some bullshit. Not to mention that, like, once again, you need, okay? This isn't a want. You need either Peeb or Chacona to build arrow erosion for Cartethia. There are literally no free-to-play options because not even Arrow Rover inflicts arrow erosion. He can only convert other negative status effects into arrow erosion. He can't actually inflict anything. Like, you are literally locked behind pulling a limited character, or you're just gonna notice a massive fucking fall off.
The lovely smell of all my prey. Sour. Living. A little treat.
If you don't have Chacona, don't get Cart. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, okay, Cart will probably be incredibly strong by herself. Probably. Probably. Because if Zanny, okay. No, okay, Zanny's pretty ass by herself if she has no Spectral Rover or anything else. But I think Cartethia being a Sentinel Resonator could probably be better solo. Maybe not the best, but better. Like, decent. Because you also don't need as much arrow erosion stacks as you do Spectral Frazzle stacks, I'm pretty sure. But it's like, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Now, if you're asking if Chacona is going to be best in slot, obviously, there's going to be a massive fall off between using Chacona and not using Chacona. Because Chacona has the same outro skill as Phoebe, and as well gives arrow damage bonus. It's just another Peeb situation. You're going to notice a massive fall off without Chacona. 100% arrow erosion damage near the active resonator. Damage dealt to targets. Creating an ensemble sylph. 24% arrow damage bonus. Inflicts 1 stack of arrow erosion. Inflicts 1 stack of arrow erosion. Inflicts 1 stack of arrow erosion. Inflicts Spectral Frazzle and arrow erosion. Inflicts arrow erosion. So the rotations are going to be easier. The damage is going to be much greater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why is arrow erosion depending on Spectral Frazzle anyways? Well, the reason she can inflict Spectral Frazzle as well is because Arrow Rover can convert other negative status effects into more arrow erosion. Like, I'm pretty sure that's literally the only reason she has it. I don't think it's supposed to be like for Phoebe and Whimpering Waste, like I see a lot of people saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that's literally only there for Arrow Rover to, you know, contribute to a little bit of stack generation. And that's about it. Do you see the V6? Yeah, nothing happened. All my homies are skipping Skirk and C2 are wanting Varka. Oh, is that blonde guy I saw? You guys are finally getting a guy after Kinnich and Notlin. After that absolutely egregious female to male ratio. I can't even blame you.
Wind against my vines.
Nothing ever happens? Yeah, it's cooked. They showed Varka. Is he buff and rugged? No. He looks like the MC of like a hero anime and the protagonist. And he's blonde. There's no beard. There's no like super buff. Like kind of like basically blonde Phanon. Oh yeah, you could say Japard. Yeah, Japard's a good one. Yeah. This is Genshin we're talking about? True, true. This is Genshin we're talking about. I don't think you guys are ever gonna get like a buff bearded man in all honesty. I lost all hope once Capitano died. Yeah, I literally remember, bro. People were waiting patch after patch after patch for Capitano to be confirmed pullable. And leakers were saying that he'd be pullable for like multiple patches. Just for them to drop the news that the guy's just not going to be pullable. Everybody was fucking pissed, man. They're still waiting? Oh my god. The cope never ends. The One Piece is real, guys. Capitano. He will release. All this, all these distractions from Genshin. All these fake leaks. They're all to distract us from the real hype when he actually gets strip marketed.
Well, please don't disappoint me.
I'm still waiting for Signora to be playable myself. Amen. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. Phanon has a outro skill apparently. What do you mean? Do you mean like the attack he does when he finishes his ult form? I already know that. Scar will be playable. I wouldn't be surprised if Scar is playable. Oh yeah, I already knew that, Haru. We're lucky we even got our Licino. To be honest, I'm not surprised at all that our Licino released. They seem a lot less scared when it comes to the very well-designed woman, unlike the Fatui Harbingers. Like, they're very clearly meant to be pullable at some point. Like, I also think Columbina is basically guaranteed to release. I don't know when she will, but, like, I put my money on it that Columbina is 100% going to be pullable in some patch. Senora is ugly in your opinion? I mean, didn't she die though? Like, that's different. I don't think Columbina's dead. Like, in most of Hoyo's stories, once a character dies, they just don't release them. Like, that's usually how it goes. Not confirmed dead? Brother, I remember watching a trailer where they fully had her in a coffin or some shit. And they were all like sad and mad about what happened. Like, what more confirmation do you need? Like, do you need Dawe himself to come through your screen and be like, yeah, Senora's dead, bro. Stop coping.
The lovely smell of let's have fun.
Who the fuck is Geshu Lin? Tourist. Only Futui I want to be playable is Sandrone. I don't even know who that is. Is that the girl on the robot or something? Oh, it actually is the girl on the robot. Basically, Clara. Alter Clara in Genshin. Gabby, try ZZZ. I tried it today in its peak. I'll see. I'm not a tourist. I haven't been playing for that long. It's all good. Sandrone looks breedable. Brother, we barely got any screen time, man. Like we we barely got any screen time. Capitano was such an easy layup for Hoyo, but they fumbled. I truly don't understand what the fuck they were thinking when it comes to Capitano. Like, I just... Like, he was easily one of the most hyped Fatui Harbingers in the entirety of the game. Easily. Why? Like, why would they not just fucking... Oh my god. Yeah, like especially with the male to female ratio in the game currently, and I'm gonna be honest, most of Genshin's male characters are pretty fucking sad, like Sino and fucking Kinich, that literally just look like, to be honest, like mid teenagers. Like people would have gone crazy for Capitano, man. Like finally, and then you just don't get them. Like, are there no male playable Notlun units? The only one is Kinich, I'm pretty sure. Like for a limited 5-star. The only one is Kinich. Yeah, like I'm not too mad because like Skirk, like I really like Skirk. I really like her. So it doesn't bother me too much, but I know for a lot of people out there who just don't give a shit about Skirk, they're still losing their minds over Capitano, bro. You have Skirk at home, aka Jingliu. Yeah, hopefully Jingliu ends up learning from Skirk, because Skirk is way better, animations and character wise. So for anyone wondering, this is Varka. Like someone asked earlier if he was like buff or bearded. This is Varka. Look, bro, look at all the fucking, look at all the fan arts of people thinking it was gonna be a bearded old man. But this is Varka.
How do you like this flower?
It's just a window pane. You don't actually see him. Well, no, we haven't seen him yet, obviously. Otherwise, people would be going crazy. But that window pane should just tell you like what he looks like. Like it just looks like any normal male, to be honest. It's not like he's gonna start growing a beard or anything.
Wind against my vines.
Oh no, we haven't seen him in the story yet. No, I don't think so. I mean, HSR is doing better now. Like Phanon in my day, they gave both Phanon and my day different models to have like more toned muscles. So HSR is already doing a better job, but I don't think Genshin is changing anything. Phanon ult gives him several turns or actions. You know that Sunday's buff will wear off. I mean, maybe. But the thing is, there's just no one better than Sunday for getting him into his ult, is the thing. Like, maybe you could make the argument like Robin Saridra, but doing Sunday Saridra is just going to let you get ult twice as fast. Even if the buff goes away. Yeah, if it's just extra turns and not action advance, then the buffs won't go away either. If it's just like extra turns like it is for like My Day's Godslayer. Yeah, I think there was a leak that the buffs wouldn't go away on ult. The Goddess Girl market post is half an hour ago? For what? What game? Is Phaedon a counter unit? According to the leakers, yes. Wait, you guys know what would be crazy? If Phaedon gives himself like a shit ton of turns during his second form and all allies leave, and it's extra turns instead of action advance,
The lovely smell of
this explains why Saridra is so broken. Like, this fully explains why she's his best in slot. Like, even outside of the ult, he'll continuously get extra turns while in his second form. Like, double the amount of turns with a Saridra. Like, I actually didn't even think about that.
a little treat.
That would fully explain why she's so broken with him. She'll have a limit on the amount of turns she gives? I don't think so. Like, maybe.
The lovely
But her,
all my prey.
like, and like in the entirety of this game, every single hypercarry, action advancer, buffers, buffs have been tied to actions and not turns taken. So if she continues the trend of it being turns taken, Phaedon would just straight up do double the amount of turns during ult. Maybe there is a restriction though. Maybe there is. Yeah, I saw the SB leak. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if the leakers are saying he's counter and they have his V0 kit like this already, like, well known, I think it's just inevitable, guys. Like, I straight up just think it's inevitable at this point. If he's this strong, why destruction path? What does that mean? Achoo! Thank you. I like fried rice a lot. Yeah,
fly.
paths don't really mean anything anymore. Like, they have some meaning for base kits, but like My Day E1 makes him semi AoE. Phanon is going to have multiple options in his second form for AoE or blast, or even possibly single target.
The lovely
Sustains do damage. Harmonies are sub DPSs. Nihilities barely need effect hit rate anymore. Like, Fei Shao. Phanon E1 S1 seems broken. E2 S1 will probably be way more broken. Like, his E2 isn't leaked, but it's almost guaranteed to probably be something about lowering his stack count so that he can get the second form way more often. So combined with E1, E2, like E1, okay, in my opinion, the main benefit of E1 doesn't really have anything to do with My Day at all. It has to do with running him sustainless with Robin. Like, I think the E1 probably won't be that crazy until you run sustainless with Robin Sunday Saridra. Like, then it would be absolutely fucking busted. Because you don't even need Robin's Lycone anymore, probably, to have really good ult up time on her. New League Silverwolf buff. Silverwolf skill now consistently adds the weakness of the first ally on the team. Ultimate reduces the defense of all enemies. Base chance to apply debuffs has been increased. So you need less effect hit rate, def reduction on ult, and implant weakness of the first ally on the team. That's a lot better. She's just 100% better than Pela now? I mean, yeah, probably. I'd say if anybody really wants to, like, run Silverwolf that badly, I'd probably pull Cypher's Lycone. Especially if they're decreasing the effect hit rate you need now. I'd pull Cypher's Lycone for Silverwolf. Because it has 18% speed, 24% defense reduction. Oh, Cartethia's confirmed Arrow Sword? Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm not exactly surprised by that at all. So, her own Lycone might get buffed too, no? I don't think so. I don't think the Lycones are getting buffed. I could be wrong, but either way, I don't even think Silverwolf's Lycone would be on the same level as Cypher's, even if it did get buffed. Like 18% speed plus defense reduction. Yeah, I know. Silverwolf's Lycone is complete cheeks. But I think with Cypher's Lycone now, like if you run it with Silverwolf, I think you get a lot of defense reduction, depending on the numbers. We'll have to. I'll wait until like kit leaks come out to really talk about it. But Silverwolf would probably be a Noxa's best in slot team buffer, or any team where adding Silverwolf can get you to 100% defense shred, basically. Like any team. Because it's minus 20 res down. And it's like it's like almost 80% defense reduction or defense shred from Silverwolf. Which is a very, like, that is a, oh my god, actually, wait. I actually want to look this up on the defense shred chart. I think current Silverwolf has 60 res shred. Are you fucking insane? 60 res shred? What do you think this is? A Scoffier? So 80% defense shred is a 74% overall damage increase. And with minus 20% res down as well, that's like a total of 100%. And then if you're using her in a team where there's already a little more defense shred on the DPS like a Noxa, then you're getting 115% damage increase from 100% defense shred. And then the minus 20% res down will probably jump that up to 140 total. 140% overall damage increase from adding an E0 S1 Silverwolf on your team. Can getting to 100% def shred be as good as Harmony units though? Yes. By a long fucking mile. Like Tribby at E0S0 only gives 30% vulnerability, 24% res pen. And that's it. Outside of a little bit of her own quantum damage. Like that's literally it. That's like a 70% overall damage increase. Using Silverwolf on a team that already has a bit of defense reduction or defense shred is double that. But of course, you get no action advance in return for those buffs. If I'm being honest, the only person who can really take full advantage of that right now is like probably Casterus. Casterus and Anoxa are probably the two that could best take advantage of Silverwolf. Please make Silverwolf better than Jiaoqiu. It will be so funny. I mean, she'll be worse than Jiaoqiu in terms of stack generation. But in terms of, like, buffing, it's not even fucking close. Like, it's not even close, man. It's not close at all. Like, Jiaoqiu's already losing quite miserably. S1 casters to be exact. I mean, yeah, but like most people have an S1 caster, so I just assume so. I assume the same with Anoxa, like S1. Because Anoxa's S1 puts defense reduction. Alright, see you later, Ark. Thanks for stopping by. Like 20% max. I don't know where you saw a 60 res shred buff, but it just doesn't exist. Like it's nowhere in the Honkai Star Rail leaked community. There's no 60 res shred buff. So yeah, I think people who pulled Anoxa, Silverwolf is now a must pull as the team buffer. Yeah, max. And with Cypher Lycone, 18% speed boost and 24% more defense shred, which makes E0S1 very, very strong. Yeah, bullets. No, I haven't seen Fate. I mean, okay, the thing is, I don't know if they'll do this. There is a decent chance they nerf Silverwolf's overall, like, defense reduction capabilities. If, like, if they foresee this. Like, the Cypher Lycone synergy. Because, I don't know, it just seems... This kind of reminds me of V4 Cypher. It seems too good to be true. Like, once again, at E0S1, let's say you're using her with an Anoxa, even at E0S0, because Anoxa has 28% defense reduction at base with the weakness implant. You're getting a 135% overall damage increase at E0S1 from Annihility. Like, that is double tribby. that is double tribby. Silverwolf doesn't have 100% ult up time without a light cone that gives energy. That's why currently tutorial is her best light cone. I mean, they might change that though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they change that. And either way, even if there isn't 100% ult up time, so long as it's up most of the time, it's still just going to be worth it. We'll see how it goes though. Oh, it's 33% red shred? Oh, so it's even more. Because I assumed it was 20%. So if it's 33%, it goes from like 135 to 150%. Yeah, that's more than double tribby. Pull E1 Silverwolf to
Wind against my vines.
pull E1 Silverwolf to run the Lycone relatable. True. Just pull, guys. Just pull better. Just pull the E1. You didn't pull E1 Silverwolf at the beginning of the game when people told you she was future proof. Are you stupid? What's wrong with you? You should have foreseen these events. You should have foreseen the buffs. Rookie mistake, buddy. Alright, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. To be honest, I just wanted to do a quick stream, talk about leaks a little bit. But I don't really have anything else to do, so might as well get off.